Hi YouTube family. I hope you're doing really well. I wanted to jump on and make a video today about this concept that's been really helpful for me in my life. It is a concept called split energy. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to break it down for you in a second. But this concept has really been revolutionary for me in learning how to make decisions and really stand in the truth of what I want. So, split energy, what is it? Essentially, split energy, I learned this concept from Abraham Hicks. Split energy is this idea that we want something, yet we have a but. So I want something, but. And what we do when we tell the universe we want something and we add a but to it, is we literally split our energy, okay? One practical example of this. Let's say I want a really big house. I want a huge home with a big backyard and a lot of land, but I don't really know if I know how to make enough money to get this big house, right? So I'm saying something that I want, and then I'm splitting the energy by adding a but I don't know if I can make enough money to get the thing that I want, right? Or I really want to be married, but I don't know if anyone's ever gonna love me. So we're literally energetically splitting this energy. We're splitting this desire that we have. And when we do that, what happens is we have now two frames to look at, right? So if I want something, let's say I want this big white house with a big backyard, I have to be able to visualize it out in the horizon in order to walk towards it, right? We know this. If you want something, you have to be able to visualize it in order to orient your mind and your behavior to walk towards that thing. Now, if I see the big white house out on the horizon, but then I'm like, but I don't know, right? Now my brain is going like this and I'm splitting my energy. I'm not actually looking at and walking towards the thing that I want. So that is a practical example of split energy. What gets really tricky about split energy is that it is constantly sending mixed messages to the universe about what you want. So in order to not split our energy, we have to get really clear about what we want, and we have to stand confidently in it. And we have to work on unpacking the narratives of why I don't believe I might make enough money, or why I think that no one will ever love me. So much of the work, so much of our inner healing work is so that we can have that one-tracked clarity of focus so that we can walk towards it. Another thing I wanted to mention in this video is I grew up in an evangelical home, and I learned a lot of scripture in my childhood, and I would always hear the Bible verse, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And I always took that verse to mean, this is about keeping your commitments and keeping your words. And I think that's totally true and accurate. I think there's validity in that. But when it comes to split energy, I really think there's something in this statement as well. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Because truthfully, when we allow our wants to be clear, we create a line of energy that allows them to be attracted to us, right? So if I have this one focus of I'm moving and working towards this thing, I can actually walk towards it and it can be attracted back to me. If I'm constantly splitting my energy, I'm not really allowing the things that I truly desire. I'm keeping myself, right? Like I'm keeping myself from the things that I desire. Lastly, one other way that I like to think about this, I used to say that I have Yogurtland complex, and if you are familiar with Yogurtland, it's this great little frozen yogurt shop. I found it in Southern California. I'm sure it's all over the country now. And when you walk into Yogurtland, they have probably 15 different flavors. And when you walk in, they offer you these little sample cups, and you can go and you can try every single flavor of yogurt. I say that I had Yogurtland complex. I would walk into Yogurtland and I would always get the same order. It was cookies and cream and cheesecake with graham cracker crumbs and sometimes some whipped cream. And I always, without fail, thought that maybe I would add in like a different topping here and there now and then. But I was super consistent in my order. However, when I walked in, I always, without fail, had to get the sample cups. I had to go in, get the sample cups, try every single little flavor, thinking that what if today is the day that I actually want strawberry? And guess what? I never changed my mind. I always ended up getting the thing that I wanted from the beginning. But by the time I actually got my yogurt and had it, I was kind of full from all the samples that I had tried. So I didn't even enjoy this thing that I wanted as much as if I just would have chosen it and really committed to the thing that I wanted. So in the same way with split energy, there is this beautiful way of aligning ourselves with what we actually desire and really truly owning that and committing to it so that we can walk towards it and it can be invited into our lives. That is my little spiel on split energy. I hope it's helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments. Definitely comment below and give this video a thumbs up. All right, I hope that's helpful.